But yeah, as I was just saying, like to everybody on stream, to those of you that are here, welcome. We're live on Twitch right now, YouTube later. You know, the title of this stream and the title of this YouTube video will probably still say like, I'm done with metal. Well, not I'm done with metal, but I'm metaled out. I'm burned out right now. I mean, I've been listening to metal since I was like 9 years old. Shout out Mortal Kombat original movie soundtrack. Original motion picture soundtrack is I think the official title is. But dude, I'm a metalhead through and through and I always will be. But I've been a little metaled out lately. There are a handful of bands that I think are doing great things right now, but there's a lot of things lately. Like I've been kind of uninspired. A lot of the metalcore scene right now is sounding exactly the same, with the exception of a handful of bands. You know, deathcore is all about who can out breakdown and out each other, and that probably sounded horrible. You guys know I can scream better or growl better than that. There's proof online. For those of you on stream, you know this. I have been in a giant EDM kick lately. More specifically, like hardstyle, raw style, hardcore, older jump style stuff, gabber stuff. You know, I'm really into it right now. I can't really explain it. Claire is annoyed to piss with it. She hates hardstyle. She said that music makes her have anxiety attacks. It's usually when the hard distorted kicks come in. And I get that. I understand. But I love it. And I was talking to some friends recently, and I think I explained it as like, the reason that I like hardstyle and all that stuff so much is because it reminds me of metal. Like it's the extreme form of EDM. You start getting into hardcore and like hardstyle and stuff, like it's very intense. Now, once we start getting to up tempo and stuff that's over like 250 BPMs, I still can't get into that. But I'm about to throw something out there that's going to sound wild. And it may not make sense. And it may sound stupid. But I don't want to just listen to EDM. I want to make EDM. Seriously, I'm being dead serious. And I've really been diving into it lately. Because I'll tell you a quick backstory. When I was like 19 and 20, I actually went to clubs a lot. And this was like, you're talking like 2005, 2006 in Chicago. The drummer for my band was a club drummer and used to go do live drumming with DJs at like clubs downtown. So he used to sneak me into these clubs underage and I loved it. Now this was less, you know, harder EDM and more like club and house music, but there was a point in time where I wanted to get into like DJing or writing EDM. And I just never did it because I was like, it'll take too much time. It's too much money. I don't know how this technology works and I don't want to learn. Well, here I am, you know, 17 years later, and not that I have the time because I have a 2-year-old at home, but I know how technology works now. And technology is advanced enough where like you can literally make music at home. Best example of that in the music world for me, like for YouTuber, like Nick Nocturnal, dude. Look at how much music he cranks out just from his house. He doesn't tour, he doesn't play live, and he consistently cranks out awesome music. And you can do that with any genre now because of technology. So many of you already know that recently I kind of started talking to Ruler. He's an Italian EDM producer that now lives in Netherlands. One of the artists that Electric Callboy listens to regularly before they go on stage, like hype up music. You guys probably remember Ruler from the clip that I showed where I was talking about how they listen to EDM. But I've been talking to him a ton. He's a very nice guy. And I kind of shared with him that like I wanted to get into doing this. And I was like, and I'm not trying to take your profession and your craft lightly. I don't think I'm going to get into this and start writing bangers and stuff. But like, I want to get into it. And I was like, well, there's like 1 million DAWs out there, digital audio workstation for anybody that doesn't know. That's like, you know, Pro Tools, Ableton, Reaper, all that stuff. So I was like, what do you prefer? And he goes, well, me and a lot of other producers that I know use Fruity Loops. And I kind of laughed to myself because 20 years ago, Fruity Loops existed, but a lot of our friends that were writing metal tried to use it. And it was kind of a joke to us metalheads back then. Well, Fruity Loops now like FL Studio is a go-to for some of the world's biggest EDM producers. So I was like digging into that. And then I started looking at like MIDI controllers and stuff like that. And you know what? I just decided, I talked to Claire about it. I'm like, I'm going to do the same thing with this, that I did when I started YouTube. I didn't know anything about making videos. I didn't know anything about audio. I just dropped a bunch of money on a new PC and camera. I mean, if you guys remember my videos back in the day, it was like a horrible webcam and a horrible microphone.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
And I've upgraded, but I sank a bunch of money into it to force myself to learn how to do all this and stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing with EDM. And I decided that, I'm going to start off doing like remixes and stuff. And then I started thinking even more. I was actually talking to Finn McKenty the other day, kind of telling him about this idea, because I actually talk to Finn a lot. He's a very intelligent dude, and I like to run ideas by him. And I thought he was going to kind of like poke fun at me. And I was like, because I'm like, imagine, dude, like this like brutal metalhead dude started doing EDM and did like remixes of like metal and turned it into hardstyle and stuff. And he goes, dude, that's becoming a thing. Like there's a scene for that. And he's like, I think you could probably do something with that. So I shared my ideas with Ruler. I shared my ideas with Finn. And then I also shared my idea with Daniel from Electric Callboy. Dan Skimo is who I'm talking about. And he sent me the individual stems to a bunch of their songs to do remixes. Like, yeah, but I've got like... They're making you let go to fucking kill the bitch. Oh, that would be such a good breakdown call out for like a hardstyle drop. So yeah, I got all that stuff. So I mean, it gives me some working with a remix. TankTheTech, no. Oh my god. But here's the coolest thing. We were talking about Ruler, right? I asked Ruler because a lot of EDM producers do this. I was like, do you have any sample packs or plugins or anything that you have for sale? And he's like, yeah. And he sent me a Dropbox link, and I didn't know what it was, so I opened it. And it's all of his signature samples. Everything. And I was like, dude, I will gladly pay you for this because I know you sell it. And he's like, nah, get started, dude. Go for it. So this might blow out our ears here, so be prepared. But here, like, I go down the list here, like, oh my god. Let's turn down a little. Jesus Christ, dude. Tweet Bible said, so I've got multiple treasure chests sitting on my computer waiting to be assembled to do something awesome. Yeah, pretty much. Last night, just when I was bored in Fruity Loops, I made this. I made a hardstyle drop. It was like midnight last night. Ingrid's sleeping, Claire's passed out, and I'm sitting in here just like... So this could be pretty fun, dude. I'm really getting into this, to be 100% honest. So I went on YouTube and I was like looking for MIDI controllers and stuff. So I'm not going to show you the front of this box because it has my address on it, but I just bought this. And I mean, this is a staple for pretty much anybody that writes music, not just EDM or anything like that. But that is going to be my next adventure. I'm going to learn how to start doing EDM stuff. Why not? But I'm still going to have my metal flavor in there. Like I want to write hardstyle for metalheads is what I want to start doing. It's been a while since I've challenged myself to do something like new. Yeah, all that being said, don't get me wrong. I'm not like done with metal. Like I said, it's just, I want to try something new, and this could be fun. So maybe in the future we'll do some streams where I'm learning how to do this stuff, or I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go is what I'm saying. But, for those of you that are watching on this, watching this on YouTube later, just be prepared. There's going to be some pretty out there off the wall stuff in the future, probably. So, but for everybody that's live on Twitch right now, thank you guys for the support as always. I didn't know if people were going to be like, think this is kind of cool or just really dumb, but we'll see what happens. And it'll be fun. Who knows? Maybe I actually get good at this. Maybe I actually release some music. We can look back on this and be like, damn, you remember when he started doing that? That'd be kind of wild. But thanks everybody on Twitch for all the support. If you're watching on YouTube later, thank you as well. And you can also like follow on Twitch and hang out and stuff like that. We do a lot more stuff than just talking about this kind of nonsense. But anyways, you can follow me on social media. My handle on everything is @TankTheTech. Wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I'll be back soon.